And we are live with another episode of Brownish. You guys know my co-host, the beautiful, the hilarious Sasha Merci.
And my wonderful co-host, Erik Rivera. Let's go.
What's going on? Yo, we got a crazy show today. I don't even know if we bring and do intros. Like, what's going on? We got Craze. We got Rick. Also, the Rick 8 show. Hey. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube. We're doing East Coast, West Coast right now. I did their podcast a couple weeks ago. Had such a great time. I've jumped in actually a couple times on their live streams. And going in on the comments. Oh, hold on. We got a latecomer, Rick. We got a latecomer from your crew.
Where is that? Oh my goodness!
Nothing new. Fashionably late.
Let's go.
She had to make an entrance.
Always. I didn't know. I don't know if I'm, on Latino time, East Coast time, on West Coast time. At
of
this
course,
point,
she's gonna say
time.
that.
All of that.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you guys on. This is gonna be a fun show.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Jaylah the pass because I have gotten into that whole. You got to do the math. Like, hey, listen, we're gonna get you on at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I got hold on.
No.
Yeah, you do
we don't
the
give her the pass
because 2 to 3,
in our
12,
group chat it specifically says 3. Benny Banks, thank you, Benny.
See,
in our group chat, it specifically says 3 p.m. Eastern.
Let's
so
go.
She knows.
Jaylah.
Jaylah's like, yo,
you're a celebrity now.
Right now.
You know what? You know what it is, Sasha? At this point, guys, I'm used to this. This is every show, every conversation. Yes. Anytime Rick calls me, he's like, "Oh, look, the celebrity picked up," and I'm like,
"I'll never pick up my calls."
Yeah, so I'm used to it at this point. This is like. I don't have any older siblings. I'm the eldest sibling. Now I know what it means.
I can't be your
have
oldest sibling.
Annoying older brothers. You look older than me. That counts, bro.
So,
Jaylah, you're older than me. Come on.
So, Rick, are you actually younger than her?
No, I am younger than Jaylah.
Rick's 40 years old. What are you talking about?
Wow. Yo, do not commit crimes with Craze. Craze will throw you under the bus. His prints on that door.
Hey. Don't do it. Nah.
Here, real quick, because this Sasha gets excited by this. Do you guys know your horoscope signs? Because I know we're talking age.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Yes.
She can see if she can get.
If you can guess my rising sign, I'm gonna be impressed. Let's give it some.
I'm not great, but let me see if I get into it with my psychic abilities.
You got to be quiet. Let Sasha Mercada get her.
Okay. Rick. Oh, you give him. All right. I'm gonna ask a couple questions, Rick. Were you born in the beginning of the year? In the middle of the year?
Middle.
Okay. All right. So middle. You're giving me July.
Oof. You're close. You're close. It's actually the month before.
Let me get the. Why would you say that? I was gonna say Cancer.
My son is a Cancer, yeah, but not me.
You a Cancer, yeah, exactly.
Straight up Jenny.
I was gonna say a Cancer. Jesus Christ,
My birthday's June 12th. It's in a few weeks.
I'll give you a hint.
You a Gemini.
Yes, ma'am.
Unfortunately.
I was gonna give you the hint that he's two-faced, but you know.
Yo, I should know he was
wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Real quick, how long have you guys been doing the show together?
But both his faces are nice. He has two faces, but they're both nice.
How long y'all been doing this show together, the three of you? Because I'm curious as to when me and Sasha get to this bickering point. Because we've only been doing it a year, and we're still like, oh.
Well, me, Rick, go ahead, answer. You tell him. How long we been doing the Rick 8 show?
Me and Craze got together like 72, 73 episodes. Jaylah got, I think, 40, almost 40 or something like that. She came on January of 2020. So she got a year and something.
But we've been doing this bullshit, arguing and bickering for
25
years.
Lives.
Yeah, 30 years. 30 years.
So it makes sense. So that's how you guys are bickering back and forth. All right.
Well, they have their friendship. So, like, they're childhood friends and everything. So, like,
you too, Jaylah, you joined us already.
Even from my we're already family, like, and we already have that, like, that vibe, that chemistry. Like, we pick on each other, but we call and check in on each other, and it's all love.
Well, Jayla's show. Jessica's my wife, by the way.
Wow.
Jayla's show came about
That goes
because
to
we
show.
were
I think he fights
joking
more
around.
with me than his wife.
Yeah, I do. I fight more with you. Jayla's show came out as like a prank and a joke that me and Craze were doing on Jayla. Because she was like, I'm ready to find love. I'm getting divorced, you know, I'm ready for a serious boyfriend, you know. And she's like, I want a Dominican from DR. So
I want a Dominican from DR.
From DR.
Oh,
so I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean, I'll take a Dominican period, but you know, if you're gonna take me to DR too, and we got a little finca over there, you can make it work.
She just wanted authenticity, I think, you know, authenticity.
Mamá de la mamá de la mamá de la mamá.
Mamá de la mamá.
Yo, let's go.
I just think she's been doing our show for too long, and she was like, and living in the Heights for too long. She's like, I think I need a Dominican now.
Hell yeah. But
she want him from DR. She wants the origin. It's almost like that Eddie. It's almost like the Eddie Murphy joke back in the day. He goes, "You got to bring him back from the motherland."
From the source.
Eddie, you know, she wants the.
You got to get it from the source, the source of the energy, for sure.
I mean, at this point, we're, you know, even considering, you know, doing like the whole 90-day fiance route. You know, I'm serious about finding love. I want to be loved too. And if, you know, there's a little interest in all types of love, let's do this. I'm down. 90-day fiance, DR. No,
ready.
If you are one of the cast in 90-Day Fiance, I will watch that shit.
It'll be lit. I feel like that'll be the best season.
It's a possibility. We've spoken with a few people already. It's a possibility, but we need to find a guy, man. So far, we haven't been successful. We found one that lives in New York. That, you know, we hit it out the park with him.
Yeah, but you know,
the
hunt is still on.
The search continues.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I even had Cache coming back. You know, brought me back to my memories when I lived back in the day in the apartment building where Cache was the super, and he came back trying to make me fall in love again. And he'd be doing them little merengue, you know, little típico steps.
He'll definitely fix your sink.
All right,
take that however you want to.
He clean the pipes, you know, make sure all the bulbs are in.
It sounds like she's making an adult film.
That's what she's making an adult film. Take it however you want, but he'll definitely clear your pipes.
You cleaning the pipes? You making that plátano? What happened? What you doing? Dominican porn now?
Papi, cámbiame ese tubo. Insert them balls. I got this. Yo,
you look so lit.
I got Sasha. What do you think, Craze? Give us a sign. What do you think?
Oh wow, we're still doing this.
Yeah, I want
to know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed. Sasha was just asking about. I thought she was gonna give you questions like, "Is it in February? Does your month end with? Does it rhyme with?"
I'm gonna be wrong, but maybe you're Taurus. You're wrong.
Wrong.
Capricorn.
Wrong.
Okay.
I'll give you some hints. I'm sensitive. I care about a lot of people. There was a song by a very famous composer by the name of Ludacris that was about this sign, and I belong to this family of signs. Maybe that's dating myself.
You got area codes?
Are y'all too young to know who the fuck Ludacris is? Am I dating myself?
I haven't heard him in so long. I'm just so used to him being a freaking.
Okay, can I drop a second hint? The song features Nas.
Well, I will say you kind of threw us crazy by calling him a composer. You made it sound like you about to drop Hans Zimmer on us. It was written by Tchaikovsky.
I like to set it up that way. No, I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo? Okay.
Yeah, shout out to my Virgos out there.
All right.
But my rising sign is Libra, and my I think, what is the other one? The moon sign or some shit like that is Taurus.
Moon, I think is Moon.
Your moon is Taurus.
It is Taurus.
So you see yourself.
Yeah, I think you got the energy.
I was right then.
You get 1/3 point. Yes.
I was 1/3. So Rick, you don't know your moon?
I do. I'm Gemini. I forgot the moon. Everything else is Sagittarius. It's Gemini, Sagittarius. Because I looked it up on
all right, that makes sense.
Co-Star, whatever the hell that thing is called.
That makes sense. Or at least I get a quarter of a point.
Quarter point. So you got like.
I think there's too much gray. I think there's too much gray area with all of this. Where you're like, "Are you a Capricorn? Oh my God, my river's in Capricorn." I don't buy any of this. Sasha gets excited when she can talk about this. She goes, "Okay, hold on."
I love it. It's a great way to like explain away your behavior. You could be like, "Nah, that's just because I'm a fucking Taurus." You know, don't mind me. I'm a Taurus.
It's my excuse. I was still celebrating my birthday this past weekend. Aries season left 2 seasons ago.
Let's go.
Damn. So you didn't.
I'm an Aries. This is just what I do.
You didn't let Sasha guess your. You see?
Damn, you see? You messed it up, Jaylah. Messed up the
Damn, Jaylah.
But Sasha said it from the beginning. She already knew.
I already knew.
Yeah,
I already knew.
Got it.
And literally, it's like a walking stamp on my forehead. Aries. Have a simple conversation with me. You'll know.
Yeah, I didn't. I would have thought you was more of a. I'm lying. I don't know. I can't tell. I really don't know.
So wait, Jaylah, how did you celebrate your birthday? Because originally, and I don't know if Rick and Craze know this, before pandemic, you and I had talked that for your birthday you were going to get up on stage and do stand up.
Yep, that was what I want to do for my birthday. Wow.
She was like, I got
like, nah, wow.
You should have never said that to us.
You look at his face though. He dead ass does not believe that it's gonna happen one day. It's gonna happen.
Listen. She told me, Rick. She told me. She goes, I got things to say. I said, all right, I'll help you out. Let's do it. And then the pandemic happened.
I got plenty of stories.
And then she shut down the world. That's what happened. The world knew she was gonna do stand up, and the world said, nah, they're not ready. Shut down.
Convenient.
They didn't want to hear it.
God did everybody a favor.
By the end of the year, I will do a set. I'll go up.
We were just talking about this earlier. Me and Rick were really talking about this earlier. Like, that
by the end of this year, I'll do an open mic somewhere.
We never thought of ourselves. I never thought of myself as doing comedy or like, you know, like stand-up comedy or anything like that. It seems like the most terrifying shit to do. But you know, we've been doing the podcast thing so long, and it feels like an act that like goes with that, you know, that it fits into that scene.
Don't say that because you got Sasha and Eric right here.
I feel
they
like
do both lanes. Being up on stage by yourself.
I already got my book.
I've never done it, so I feel like me and Rick were discussing the idea of like, yo, I don't know if I could really do it. You know, like I don't know if I could do a whole set, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever. But I think we told ourselves that we're gonna support each other and be brave and try it one time, do an open mic one time. And I think Jaylah did volunteer to join us too, because I think
absolutely no, I really want to do it. I love the fact that it's like it's a beautiful way of storytelling. You know what I mean? And like for me personally, one of my favorite things in the world is always to laugh. I just want to like spend that time laughing. You know, I watch like a lot of comedy. Like I prefer to watch stand up. I prefer to watch funny movies. Like it just changes your mood. Yeah, it just changes your mood, your vibe. You can have a really shitty day and listen to a good stand up or a good funny movie. Like it could just change everything. I love that. And if I could be a part of that, I think it'd be cool to at least give it a shot. You know what I mean? We came to this world to get these endless possibilities. And if that's something that's been,
if it's terrible, can I move? Because I am going to be there.
I know you probably be the one trying to like low key throw chips at me and shit, like throw like tomatoes and shit. He'd be bringing like little grape tomatoes.
Well, here's my question: Why you guys think you're so small? Of we're gonna try to do open mics. Why not do a live Rick H show with stand up, and then you guys can talk about it right after?
Right.
That
you know, I want the I want the experience where I want to be able to read the room. I've been watching stand up all my life, and like for the last 2 years, I've been watching it in a form of like I'm studying it. And I want to be able to read the room because I want to know if I'm going somewhere with something and it's not going to land, I want to be able to switch up. When we're doing these shows virtually, you can't really see the audience.
Well, that's why you do a live. You're going to do it live. You get a venue. You're going to do the podcast. But before you do the podcast, you do stand up. And then you guys can talk about the stand up.
I think I hear Eric volunteering himself and Sasha to come and do a stand up set.
I'll warm up the crowd for y'all. Get you guys going.
We could call it, the Rick H show.
Like that wouldn't be
stand-up edition.
Yeah.
Or how about this? How about this? We could do a Rick H last comic standing. Me and Sasha will be the judges, and we crown a winner.
I would like that. I would like that. I would like that actually. Cool. Damn, that's an idea.
That's good. That's content right there. You can put that shit on YouTube and have people watch it.
Copyright Brownish, the podcast. right. In case anybody's listening out there.
Yeah. No, I think that would be a great idea. Plus, it's like, it's a way to like, people been home all day for the past year. Like, people just gonna want to be out and have a good time. So that's a way of bringing people together. Fucking throw music, do a comedy party. Like, I just want to do it all at this point.
I'll fuck with it.
Sasha's been cooped up too long. She's ready to get out there. She's vaccinated. She's ready to touch doorknobs with her hands, lick a palm. She's ready.
Are you gonna get the tattoo? There's people now, they're getting like the Band-Aid tattooed or the actual
like a
COVID thing.
Like a vax
tat.
I got vaccinated at Yankee Stadium.
You did? Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, I think this is as far as like
that's fire.
This is going in my fucking time capsule. Whenever I make
now Craze, is that like back in the day you would put your car keys on the bar to let girls know what kind of car you're driving? Do you put that? You now just put like, what's
now
up,
you
girl?
gotta put your card.
You gotta have it in your wallet, and you just bring it out like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that.
I got that Moderna, girl.
I got vaccinated at Yankee Stadium.
I got that Moderna.
Now, has anybody
Moderna, girl.
Has anybody else been trying to follow like the CDC because they keep coming out with new stuff every day? Like, hey, you can be unmasked. You can.
I don't know.
I don't know where I can wear the mask, where I don't wear the mask.
The poor
how close, how far.
It's like a woman on PMS. She just don't know what's going on. 1 minute she's fine, the next minute she's crying, the next minute she want to take her clothes off. Then she's like in heat, then she's not in heat, then she's horny.
It's crazy.
At this point.
They're saying that by June 15, they're gonna get rid of the mask mandate, so everyone can wear a mask by June 15. So why not now? What's gonna be the difference in 2 weeks?
I don't know.
Florida's been living like in Back to the Future because we just haven't been wearing masks. Like these people out here are nuts. Like you go anywhere,
never going to Florida.
I'm gonna keep wearing masks. I think for like the next 6 months. I don't trust anybody now.
Yeah.
I don't trust the CDC. I don't trust anyone at this point where we're at. So
yeah,
I'm with you. Crazy. I fist bumped my own mom because I was like, nah, I don't trust you yet. Hold on.
Stay right there. Yes.
But let's be realistic. My only issue with this whole situation is like, all right, cool. Like, how are we really going to know who's vaccinated and who's not vaccinated? Let's be real. We come from the land where we professionally, like, people do social security cards and fake IDs and all of these things. So you're going to tell me a little thing like that is going to make it different? Wait, the only thing I'm waiting for, those little guns they like to use for your temperature? That's been a scam. They're going to be for your arm. They're going to be like, beep, beep.
Well, they say that. They saying I got 5G, so whatever. If you got the 5G, if you could charge your phone in your belly button,
that'll be great.
That's it. You can charge your phone like this. I think that's how people are gonna know. But what's interesting is like when people kept saying like, oh, you're gonna get because when I got it done, I had a couple cousins that are like, oh, you're gonna get the microchips in your body. You're gonna get the microchips in your body. And I just remember thinking, I was like, yo, every rich person I know is getting it. And everybody in the hood that I know is not getting it. And I'm like, if rich people getting it, there's something there. Like, you know what I mean?
The history of this country is always like that, where all the people who have money take care of themselves, and the people who don't have money usually always question
an excuse as to not to, though.
Yeah.
Like, excuse. It was just so crazy to me.
Well, here's a new one from the CDC. They said don't kiss or snuggle backyard poultry. Don't be kissing and snuggling your chickens because that's how you catch something.
You can't hug like Selena that you wanted to hug April the chicken. No, that's not happening no more.
Who the hell is snuggling chickens?
I was gonna ask, is that like something
y'all been doing like that? Like my chicken is dead.
I mean, look at the photo they provided.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. That looks like who would be hugging the chicken.
I mean, if it was a Latino household, they'd be like looking at the chicken, feeding it, waiting for it to grow, and then they kill it.
Man, that haircut on that kid look like he gonna pet that chicken too hard and kill it. Like they sent him out like, which chicken we gonna eat tonight? Timmy, go pet that one.
No, what y'all don't know is that's a daycare center. That's one of those new modern day, like semi-hypersensitive, interactive, chicken farm schools that these kids go to barefoot and stuff.
Chicken farm school? I've never been there. I want to go now. If you said it, and I want to go there.
Chicken farm. Bro.
I like that.
I've never been, but I want to go to the chicken farm school.
That sounds
like that's a therapy session.
I dare you to Google it, and I promise you, there's probably like 5 of them in Cali.
I'm sure there's one. I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah.
Chicken farm school. That's what we're doing right now.
I just can't go because I got a bird phobia. So chickens is kind of like at the peak of like the birds that I'm really not.
Damn, Jaylah, you're setting yourself up for some jokes tomorrow.
Bird phobia?
Bird phobia?
Oh yeah, I have a well, people who know me, like, who've been following me for a long time. I have a deadly bird phobia. Living in New York, I had to learn how to control it. You have no idea. You see?
Oh my God!
The chicken whisperer.
This can't be real.
For a hot second, I thought those were chicken nuggets.
Low key, I thought it was chicken strips. The bucket they showed. Oh my God!
What are they doing right there? What is that?
What are we doing here?
Was it a dead chicken right there?
Yeah.
That was a chicken being
a radio show, kid. They got a radio show. Go back on the website. Look at the tab.
How did you find this? How did you find this? How you have a bird?
I looked up chicken farm school, just like Jaylah said.
Wow.
That was a wild ass guess, by the way. I
must be a
just
Florida
said some random words, and I'm sure probably.
Jaylah sound like she got experience with who you sent to that school. Jaylah.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you sent Bella there, please.
That was the elementary school.
No. I've seen in a couple, white people movies, and then. Realistically, I'm Central American.
White people movies have chicken farm schools in it. I need to know.
They have like those daycares, like where those modern moms want their kids to go, like to all like loving places. They have them. I've seen it. I watch enough movies to know.
So Sasha, I want to ask
movie
you,
it was.
If there was a scene in De Lo Mio in DR where there was a chicken farm school, what would be going on in that scene?
Yeah, what would happen there?
Listen, what would have been happening is that they would have been getting their head chopped off. Like I remember when my grandmother, we used to live in DR, and my grandmother, because we had chickens in the house actually. We had like our own chickens, but we only had eggs to eat, whatever.
Yeah. And
we wouldn't kill those, right? But we would go to the street, and they'll have the chickens in the cage. And they will chop that. You'll be like, "Oh, which one you want?" And they'll chop their head right in front of you.
And they plug the feathers right in front of you and everything.
They'll be like, "Here you go." So yeah, that's how it would have been.
That's the kind of chicken farm school.
We want
to real quick because I googled it. It's called ornithophobia. It's a fear of birds. Now I gotta ask you some questions.
I can't even say that word, so I'm scared of the word and the birds too.
Ornithophobia. Are you just scared of outdoor birds, or you like parakeets in the house? Like what? All birds.
So
New York.
Here's the funny background story. Because growing up, my mom is very allergic to animals, so pets really wasn't much of an option except for birds. So we actually had parakeets, lovebirds, and a blue-fronted Amazon. His name was Kiko. And he was a blue-fronted Amazon, and he was a big bird. So my parents would punish me because they knew I was scared. So like even feeding him was like a whole, like he had to be it was strategy trying to do those things. So for punishment, my dad would take the bird. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, you think you're cute? Put your arm out." And he will forcefully, I've pissed on myself. I went to the Bahamas one time. They threw doggy biscuits while snorkeling to get the pelicans to swoop in they are attracted to the trees. Oh, I've been traumatized. Like,
isn't this
they think it's hilarious. My grandmother.
We might have to call ACS on your parents right now.
My grandmother, my poor little grandmother who passed away 3 years ago, she used to chase me around El Salvador with the chickens. Like when she would have to go catch them to kill them. She knew I was scared, so I couldn't even go to the bathroom. And she would chase me around and think it's the funniest thing in the world. Little did she know I have some real life trauma right now.
That's so crazy. Like
I'm not gonna lie, that is child abuse, but that's gotta be hilarious watching a kid just blue, beautiful bird
straight
I mean, trauma can be hilarious, but yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
rewriting
traumatized.
tomorrow's episode. I'm calling it Jaylah versus the Birds.
Yo,
Jaylah,
Or
what
Jaylah
if you
and the
find?
Birds.
What if you
watch the
find?
movie Birds. I can't watch Alfred Hitchcock's Birds. I can't do that. It's not happening.
What
I
if,
get,
what if
like,
you
aliens.
find? What if you find the love of your life? What do you find this shirtless Dominican dude, but he got a parrot on his shoulder? He's like, Jaylah, I love you, Jaylah, and what that? Like, what are you gonna do?
I remember when I worked for MTV3, they found out that I had a bird phobia. We went to Parrot Jungle in Miami to shoot live. And it was a disaster. And there's pictures of me literally hysterically crying like this.
Thank you for letting me know.
Now we know.
They were
Go
trying
to
to put like
Google.
macaws on me and shit. Yeah, no. I'm with the shit.
Wow.
Jaylah, we got to find a way to cure you of this phobia. Also, you need to reevaluate the people in your life that they are sicking birds on you from your parents to your grandparents.
That's a good point. How about ostriches?
I can't pick my family. I was born into this. I think this is how you pay your dues in a Latino household.
No, it is not.
Or penguins.
No, my parents never sucked. My parents never put pigeons on me. They never did.
Yeah, me neither.
Jaylah, are you safe? Do you need me in Craze to report?
Yo, we're gonna have to have a conversation off the air about that. We need to.
Yes.
We need to talk about this abuse that you've been receiving in Florida.
I told you guys, I have plenty of material for my stand-up.
You have to do stand-up. You have to do stand-up because that's
There you
hilarious.
go.
I've never heard of a stand-up comedian that's afraid of birds.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
your angle. That should
that's
be
a good
your
angle.
comedy special. I'm afraid of birds. And
Mind
people
you,
are
the
like,
one thing that I fear, one thing I fear the most is probably going to be the one thing that's going to make me all the money in the world.
There you go.
Right. True.
But you're cool. You're
That's
cool with like chicken and whatnot. Like once it's cooked, like you're not.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not like. Okay.
Yeah, as long as the little claws and like the wings and all the like. I remember getting my car washed in Miami. They got chickens roaming around. I started running. I stood on top of the chairs. I was like, they ain't coming near
But
me.
Jaylah,
Those look
my
like
thing
those fighter
is-
cocks. Those cockers that be fighting, them roosters. When he had an extra cheek like this, I was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with him. He's coming too close.
Humberto and Chang, they live in areas. These are two candidates for her in DR. Humberto is Eric saw him. That's Eric's favorite candidate. They have chickens where they live. So how are you gonna?
Yeah, man.
How are we gonna
You're
film
gonna have to
this?
navigate some chickens. If you
And guess what? There was pigeons in New York, and I still lived through it. I live in Florida. There's birds everywhere. You learn to accommodate. Now everybody needs to know. It's not like I walk down the street like, bird! No, like, I mean, it does happen.
I'm gonna redo the
when they
For the
scare
Love of
me.
Jaylah logo, and I'm gonna take like the middle part and I'll put a bird in there somehow.
Did you see that? Actually, a couple weeks ago in Brooklyn, there was apparently this one little block where there was this one bird attacking everybody who would like
No,
walk by.
I don't have the
And the bird
Citizens
was
app that you have,
so
Jaylah,
big, I was
that
like-
warns you of bird attacks.
bird attacks. The bird attack citizen app? Nah, we don't got that.
Specifically for bird attacks.
Birds of New York. I can
Oh.
keep my eye out.
So Jaylah, like let's say you get an audition and the role you have to touch a bird, you're out.
I'll probably
Like, it's a-
try through the whole thing. It would just be ugly. I mean,
Like,
I'll try.
Just
because
like
I'm not
SWAT
a sucker.
tears.
Like, you're going to put me on the spot, I'm going to try. But that don't mean, even thinking about it, my hands are mad clammy. Like,
Yeah.
All right, let's not
Nah.
talk about birds. We don't want to.
I'll tell you now. Like I had an audition once. It was a commercial, and they're like, "Yo, you cool with animals?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm cool with animals." And then I get the call back, and we get there, and there's a tank of ferrets. Those are long ass rats. That's all it is. And they're like, "Yo, you gotta hold it." And they brought it out, and they showed it to me. I was like, "Nah, you got the wrong dude. I'm gonna go." And they're like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah."
Ferrets are cute though. Ferrets are not like rats.
They are long, furry rats. That's all they are.
I'm not with like rats are like, oh my god, rats. But like
That's just a long rat.
Yeah.
no,
it literally is. It's like a snaky rat. Like,
Yeah.
'cause they do all these like weird little movements and stuff.
It's a belly dancing rat. He's just doing a lot of this.
Belly dance.
Right.
He's just doing a lot of this. Nah.
Not doing the Harlem Shake.
an animal that I don't fuck with if I see it in the street is a raccoon. Because them shits is fat, they're huge, and they got 5 fingers.
And they're wearing a mask.
And they got 5 fingers. They be like just grabbing shit.
I love how Sasha makes it sound like there's other people out there really messing with raccoon. Nobody's messing with raccoon.
Yeah, bro. Like, no, some people were like, oh, it's just a raccoon. And they were like, I was on set, I was filming something, and there was a raccoon like just roaming free. And that shit just looks at you like, are you gonna come closer? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, they don't move, you move. Right?
What kind of ghetto set were you on, Sasha?
I was like, so we had to do some horror film shit. Like, so we had to go all the way down to like the most not ghettoest part, but like the most weirdest part in Los Angeles. I don't even know where it was. I was like, where the fuck? And we were in this big spacious warehouse, and the owner's cat was missing an eye. Like the owner's cat was like this, and I'm like, and then the raccoon was just like chilling, like looking. And I'm like, I'm not fucking with the raccoon. The guy picked it up with his hands and just moved it.
I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have cleared
that. I don't mess with wildlife. Yo, you need somebody to look over you need somebody to look over your contract, Sasha.
Yeah,
you were hanging out with a missing eye cat and a raccoon.
I was like, meow. I was like,
I think you and
I think you should just move back to New York.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There's weird stuff going on when you guys are leaving New York. I don't know what's happening out here.
There's weird stuff out here that I'm just like, wow, the fuck. The homelessness out here is crazy. Like, you know,
no, it's crazy everywhere.
It's like I'm like, is this the beginning of The Walking Dead? Because like these motherfuckers are just like, down. Yo, for real. I'm like, I didn't know it was gonna be an interactive Walking Dead. That's what it feels like. Like
downtown LA is real right now.
On Skid Row.
Yeah, man. It's really crazy. Yeah.
But I feel like the whole downtown LA is like I was out there in March and it felt like.
But they're saying by the end of this year that they have to find a humane housing for them.
Which I agree with.
I feel like, you know what? This is what I feel like the solution should be. Let's find an island and like ship them to the island and just give them crack.
What?
Right?
You know, the thing about that is, right?
You really sold that one, Sasha.
Is that
what
you're describing to me sounds like a concentration camp.
No, a concentration camp. That's not a concentration camp.
It sounds like
I think we could use that idea though, Craze. We could use that idea, but instead of sending them to an island, right? We sign them up to the army, right? And as an incentive, you get a little crack package.
That's another thing I was talking to my friend about. I was like, yo, like because somebody broke into
a little package when they're over there fighting war.
You get them crack, yeah. I mean, listen.
How about this? I'm gonna double up on Rick's idea. What if your airplane drops the crack into the zones they have to infiltrate? Like, yo, it's over there, and they got your crack. You gotta. Okay.
So.
Then we're losing people.
I mean, a lot of people would benefit from that.
I don't think so. I think there's a lot of homeless people that don't do crack. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
No, I think the worst part about this is that the whole time I thought Sasha was gonna come in with some like, a better place for them to live. We'll build a housing, give them jobs and some food. We'll put them on an island and give them crack.
Jaylah, I'm with you. I heard the violin playing as Sasha started because she goes, we got to find a nice, beautiful, humane way to deal with this problem. I was like, oh, look at, here we go. Sasha's running for office.
Listen,
we ship them to an island.
I've thought of so many possibilities that's the one that I was like, you know what?
It's raccoons and homeless people.
Listen, it's beautiful. The island is beautiful. They're gonna be chilling there. The weather's gonna be beautiful, and we just
Fire festival
in there. You know what I mean?
With the Fire Festival sandwiches too, Crazy.
Yo,
I'm pretty sure there was crack at the Fire Festival.
No, but you know what? You're right. Not everyone that's homeless is doing crack, but that's true.
The ones that do crack, I'm sure they'd appreciate being on an island with a bunch of crack. I'm sure they love it. But the ones that don't do crack, I'm sure they probably would not.
They'd be upset. Like, man.
No, they'll probably be like the okay homeless people that you like see walking down the street. You'd be like, hey, like in New York City, there's homeless people in New York City that probably be around the block and you know them. And sometimes you give them $1 because you're like, they don't do nothing.
Yeah,
but
bro,
get in your face. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The ones out here get in your face and be like, "This is my fucking," like, you're like, whoa, like they get in your face. They're interactive, like they're very interactive. I'm like, whoa, in New York City.
I think I get what you're saying. That you got like privileged homeless folks out there, like that they feel like not privileged, entitled is the word.
White privilege.
That's how I feel. That's exactly, you got it. Like the homeless people out here, I feel like they feel entitled, bro. Like they're like, this. I've been living in this shit for so long. What you do? And like in New York City, they're like, we're cohabitating together. So they'll like give them $1.
Shout out to my man Abuela. I don't know if he's still alive, but he was like the dope crackhead in our neighborhood. Rick, you remember Abuela?
Yeah. I think he passed away though.
Craze, he would have loved this island idea, man.
I think he would have. That's what I was thinking about when Sasha
he only had muelas, by the way. That's why they called them muelas.
Yeah, he only had his wisdom teeth. I was thinking about when Sasha mentioned her island, her crack island idea. I was like, you know who loves this? Muela. He'd probably love this shit.
Yeah. It's a lot. They're very like, if you come out here and you go downtown LA, you're gonna be like, this is crazy.
You know, I've had several conversations with Sasha. I did not know her mind was this dark.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I get what you're saying about the entitlement. I do get what you mean about the entitlement because my experience when I was in LA, I had an experience where I was at like a taco truck. This is in South Central, like off Normandy somewhere, right? And I'm at the taco truck. I get my tacos. I'm walking back to my car, and this homeless guy is like, "Hey, you know," he puts out his hands like, "Hey, you have any money?" Before he finishes, I'm like, "Nah, bro, I don't have," because I know I see the like action. He's coming towards me. He's kind of got his hand out, and I'm like, "I don't have any change." So I'm like,
"Damn, crazy.
Bro, sorry." So I said that before he like finished his sentence, and he was like, "Well, you don't got to talk to me like that, bro. Like it don't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be this." And starts yelling at me, and I'm like, I didn't want to yell. I didn't yell at you. I didn't want to have a conversation with you. You came and asked me for something.
You treated him like a New York homeless person. That's the problem, Craig.
This is the thing.
In New York, you could say, "Nah, I don't have anything," and they won't get offended. But in LA, you gotta let him finish.
That's what I think Sasha was referring to.
But this is the thing. Like I can't already deal with people who are normal and like are entitled to shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have some manners. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already can't deal with normal people who don't do crack that don't have manners. Crackheads that don't have manners. That shit blows me the fuck out. Like so that's right there. Like, if you're gonna be this, like, have some manners and don't get in my face. That's all I'm asking you. Like,
so Eric, I want to see if you could bring up, like, you know what a Venn diagram is, right? Which is like two circles that intersect, right? And one circle is going to be homeless, and the other circle is going to be I do crack. And then where those two things intersect, those are the people that Sasha is talking about. I just want to make it clear because I don't want to say synonymously homeless.
No, it's not. It's not. No, I don't think it's all homeless people. No.
I think there's a lot of people that have homes that also enjoy crack, is what I'm saying. The crackheads are not just necessarily homeless.
Oh, okay, that's true. There's high functioning ones.
Okay, so here we go. So we got this is what 2018. We got 38% of homeless people are alcohol dependent, and 26% are dependent on other harmful chemicals. And I think that's the scientific way of saying crack.
Right. You know what's funny? So check this out. We me and Dee, right? We went to go get some alcohol because the liquor store in front of us was like they were closed. So we had to drive a little further down North Hollywood to go to the liquor store. And as we're in this liquor store, there's like this white homeless woman, and she's like, "Can I get $1?" Like really like yelling at us, and we're like, let's just not focus, let's go inside. So we go in, we get a bottle of alcohol, and she comes in and she starts trying to take like the alcohol that they have, like the little alcohol containers that they have in the front. And she's like trying to grab them, and the guy's like pulling it out of her hand. And she was like, "Fuck out of here, you want to eat it?" Like she's just, I'm pretty sure she's also on crack. She's like, "Eat this pussy, blah, blah." And then fucking white, like this white woman. So we're gonna go get purchase the bottle. And the guy is looking at us, and he's like shaking his head as she's like walking out. He's like, and we're paying for this. He's like, "Can you believe that she was once like you?" And we're like holding the bottle like this.
Hey.
That was your Ghost of Christmas Future right there.
Yeah.
So basically, he was.
Damn, he was telling you this is where you're gonna end up.
This is where you're gonna end up. He's like, and we're like, wait, what do you mean? He was like, no. Like, she's been living here for 9 months, and like she would come in, she was normal, and then
she had a deal. She thought she was gonna make it. She was doing stand up. Hold on.
Right. Yeah. Bro.
That sounds like meth, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, meth is awesome.
I feel like crack takes longer than 9 months. Meth is like quick. You get on meth in like in 5 months.
I'm so happy we're discussing crack, meth.
Yeah,
But anyway,
we're here to inform. We're here to inform. You know?
yeah,
real quick, to everyone watching, we are not medical professionals. Anything we say, do not listen to us. We don't know what we're talking about.
And not all of us have tried crack in this thing. You know?
But besides that,
I don't even know what it looked like.
But besides that, LA is beautiful.
Ain't nobody gonna want to go to LA after you just said that.
No, this is great.
It's The Walking Dead. There's zombies everywhere.
No, but then this is it. This is a nice.
Other than that, it's perfect. Other than
Sasha, in the 40-minute show, you have told them you've been on set with a one-eyed cat, raccoons. There was a lady who assaulted you at a liquor store, and then the liquor store guy doubled down and insulted you and D to your faces, and like, yo, she had a future just like y'all.
Just like y'all.
This is what happens when you come to LA.
Yeah, and then you talking about how aggressive our homeless people were.
Hey,
Sasha, you did not stop LA.
It's The Walking Dead over there.
No. You listen, LA is wonderful with the right people, though. I'm not gonna.
Craze told the story about how he was eating his tacos in his Rolls Royce and wouldn't give $1 to somebody.
No, in South Central, you know.
Excuse me, you got $1? Sorry, beat it.
Beat it, sucker.
Damn, Craig, you didn't even buy him.
You didn't say I don't have it. You said beat it, sucker.
I would have gave him a taco if you'd have asked me.
Because me and Crazy, we don't give money to homeless people. We say, I won't give you money, but I'll buy you something to eat.
Yeah, let's go get some food. What's up?
If you're really hungry, you're going to say, yeah. And now, me and my friend Lewis, not this Lewis, the another Lewis, we actually bought a sandwich, chips, a soda, and all that. We walked away. When we were a block away, we turned around. The guy threw it in the garbage because he actually wanted money. So,
yeah.
Dude, a good sandwich, too, man.
Damn.
There was one time.
You went back and got it and be like, fuck, this was a good sandwich. I ate that shit you don't want.
I could have ate
There was one time I was coming out of the gym. This was pre-pandemic, and this homeless guy, excuse me, you got change? I was like, I don't. I'm just real hungry. I say, oh, I go in my bag, give him a protein bar. He's like, yeah, I don't put that junk in my body. I was like,
wow.
Wait, what?
He's like, yo, now I'm keto, bro.
They got standards.
This has gluten in it.
Yeah.
But fuck it, that's crazy.
No, so aside from the Walking Dead, what else can you tell us about how LA is going? What's happening in LA for this summer? Like, what are you guys doing?
Well, I think that listen, LA is beautiful, it's gorgeous. Most of the things that people do out here is hiking. So every time my niece wants to come out here, she goes, "Yeah, like crying, I want to come here." I'm like, you think that you're gonna come here and you're gonna watch the Kardashians walk down the streets? They don't even live in LA. They live in freaking Calabasas. That idea of the LA that you know is not real. But what people do for fun is literally go hiking. You get to see like you enjoy nature more. Like that's really what it's about. And
I've been trying to get Rick out there.
No, honestly, listen. At least
when I gotta drive 7 blocks to my bodega, and it's not called a bodega, then there's an issue with me living there.
Bro, I had an issue with that too because the liquor stores have chips and all that stuff in there, but they don't have sandwiches. And I was just like, so you're not like, and then somebody was like, oh yeah, it's like a bodega. I'm like, it's not a bodega, it's a liquor store. You can't make a sandwich.
Yeah, in a bodega, you could get like a first aid kit, a sandwich, a newspaper, play the lotto, anything you want. Basically.
Now you can get some weed.
Where in the bodegas? That's true.
Yeah.
And you know what's another thing too is like when I first moved out here, I was like, wow, everything is so inconvenient. Like there's no convenience stores
really
here.
Hates LA,
oh my god, I don't hate it. I'm just telling you the
differences, just the differences. Now I feel Rick, how long have you been out there? 3 years.
Rick, I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. I was excited to have you on, but in the matter of a show, you've turned my co-host to hate LA, where she's been living. I don't know what the hell happened.
LA. It fucking sucks.
I don't know what the hell
had
just
nothing to do with
happened.
that.
I don't hate LA. I don't hate
it. All started with Jaylah and her birds.
It was Jaylah.
Me and Sasha had a good energy. We had a good flow going. We talked about how much we loved LA, and then within a matter of a show, y'all turned her tune. And now she just crapping all over it. Listen, this homeless people one-eyed cats. It's not convenient. It should be called an inconvenience store. What is happening?
Sasha's from uptown and that uptown mentality.
We're just
she's with us. She's like, oh, yeah. She remembers what uptown is. So
I think she's frozen.
And she froze perfectly too. That's what LA does. LA teaches you how to pose. So look at that. Boom. Anybody? If she would have been New York, she would have been like
headshot.
Yeah.
I don't know, Eric. I don't know if you peeped it though when he was talking. When she was talking about hiking and all that, you should have seen Rick's face. Like he's like, "Fuck no, I ain't going no hiking." His face was priceless.
I watched too much Joe Rogan and stuff like that to know that none of that's for me. So
yeah. Well, you know what? So we don't keep hating on LA, and I know Jaylah's down in Florida, girl. We're gonna talk about Florida because Florida. Come on now, that's.
I hate Florida, so we could talk shit about Florida all day.
I always love the news that comes out of Florida, and this came out recently. This Florida woman got arrested.
Oh yeah, I read this story too.
Because she posed as a student to promote an Instagram page
in the school.
Yeah, she's 28 years old.
That's creepy as shit.
So she put on. I guess because I love God. I'm not gonna lie. I'm too old to be in high school. What are they? Hot Topic at this point? What do they put on? What are they wearing? What are the kids wearing?
She watched Never Been Kissed way too long. She want to go when.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first read this story, I thought it might have been Jaylah. 100%.
Wow.
She was out there promoting her page.
I mean, just if you read the headline and don't read the description underneath it, I was like, damn, what is Jaylah doing? She's out there promoting her Instagram page in high schools.
Yeah, she was just like, hey guys,
yo, these are
y'all listen to the Rick H show?
This is how bad audio clips happen, bruh. This is how people be getting in trouble with bad audio clips. Now it's going to be out there, Jaylah, in high school. Mind you, we're talking about a whole nother woman, not even the same age.
Well, listen, I saw
she was trying to groom a nice Dominican high school boy. She was like, hey, you going to be 18 soon?
Florida woman. So anytime I see Florida woman, I automatically assume it's Jaylah that's doing something. I'm like, what's she do now?
Yeah, because that's the amazing repertoire I have on my show, like they just love me and know me so well. They're just like, wow, what'd she do now?
And look, Miami area high school, like, come on now.
Oh, there was there's that fun game that people were playing for a while where you type in your birthday and you write Florida, and then you get a headline, some crazy headline on your birthday, because that's how often it happens.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's.
Is it a BuzzFeed quiz?
No, it wasn't a BuzzFeed quiz. It was just like, hey, and people were just doing it and screenshotting it. It was just almost like a trend of like type in your birthday, like like if it's June 10th, and then Florida, and see what the headline is for your birthday.
I'm doing it right
Florida
now.
man,
April?
Florida man hits dad with pizza after learning he helped deliver him.
What?
Wow.
Florida man hit dad in the face with a pizza after learning he helped deliver him.
Yeah, I think that for me, it was somebody, Florida man stole a school bus. I'm like, what? A school bus?
Wow.
Yeah.
So just put the birth date, the year, April 12th, the year, and then put Florida, and that's it?
No, not your year, just your month and your day, and then Florida. So mine is day. Yeah, Florida man says 3 syringes found in his rectum aren't his. He was just holding them. He was just holding them for somebody. He was just holding them, y'all. That's a friend right there.
Crazy's birthday is naked Florida man starts house fire while baking cookies on Foreman grill.
Oh wow!
Wow.
By the way, they always have that same look in their eyes when it's a Florida man or woman, just that weird.
Just in case Sasha needs a reference. That's what a crack face looks like. Like when the eyes look like that, I'm just saying.
I don't know. Crack eyes look like this. They don't look like I'm done with life. They're not like.
No, that dude looks like he's having a great time in that photo.
Like, you gotta have those eyes,
like bulging.
Yeah, like.
Are you playing a crackhead in that film with the raccoon? Is
with the raccoon?
Oh my God!
Is the raccoon your pet in that film?
You got me.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna try this again today. Last week, I tried to bring some good news, some good Latinx, Latina news, and it got shut down quick. We did Miss Universe. So Miss Universe was Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I don't know if you got I don't know why I didn't catch this, but it's retroactive. It's not like she's Miss 2021. She was Miss 2020.
Yeah.
But 2020 already happened. Nobody wants to be Miss 2020.
No.
2020 was awful.
I mean, she's gonna take it though, right? I mean,
she took it.
Damn, but it's because of COVID, right? It couldn't really do it during COVID, so they did it recently.
Like year, you know what I mean? Like she should have been Miss Universe 2021.
So are we gonna have two Miss Universe?
Miss Universe?
That's the thing. I'm like, I don't know.
Or should they give it to the
weird.
runner-up? Like, all right, you'll be 2021 and you'll be 2020. What do they do, by the way? I'm just curious to know. I've never watched any of these things. You win a crown. I know that, you get some sort of fame. But is there like a mission? Like, do they get a show? They do basically a world tour, in different countries and stuff. And they do a lot of philanthropy. They do a lot of just different programs, outreach programs. It's kind of just connecting the world with their beauty.
Right, with their beauty.
Wow.
Yeah.
So some male misogynists got together eons ago and decided to put this together.
And then if they play their cards right, Rick, they get to marry Mark Anthony and he gets to leave them. So
now it's not Mark Anthony anymore. It's Maluma now.
We're
Maluma.
trading
on up. We got to go younger generation. So it might be a Maluma. It might be a Manuel Turizo or something.
But
maybe Enrique Iglesias. You never know.
This is also being the Playmate of the Year. Because baseball players, I'm serious, baseball players and all these guys, they end up dating a Miss Universe or a Playmate of the Year or things like that. So it's almost in this Sasha freeze again. This face is even better. Oh.
You guys, look. Did you see her face? She was rethinking moving back to New York. That's what y'all did to her. She was like, "Yo, what am I doing here? There are no bodega."
She's like a taxi.
No, because I was thinking about it. You're right. All of these athletes or all of these famous guys, they're like, "Oh, Playmate of the Year or Miss Universe."
Yeah, or Victoria's Secret model, basically.
The Sports Illustrated chick.
I don't know more.
Yeah. By the way, I don't want to throw Rick under the bus, but I did love that he was like, "Yeah, I don't watch that," but it's like Playmate of the Year. That was the reference he knew. Miss Universe, he's like,
"No, you know why I'm saying that?
Watch
because
she mentioned Playmate of the Year." But I only watch it for the articles, guys. I only watch it for the
Mark Anthony, right? And Travis Barker dated a Playmate of the Year. A lot of baseball. Jose Canseco, his ex-wife, was a Playmate of the Year. A-Rod, I think, dated a Playboy bunny too. So it's almost in the same thing. And I'm pretty sure Mark has dated a Playboy bunny also. Mark hasn't. Who hasn't he dated at this point? Mark Anthony.
I don't know, bro.
The man loves being in love.
So we are bringing some good news.
Love.
Yeah.
We are bringing some good news this week. This dropped last week, and I'm excited to share this because I'm actually a part of this, and so is Sasha. But as you guys know, In the Heights is dropping June 11th.
The day before my birthday.
This dropped in the news last week. Gold House partners with Ali to launch the hashtag Latinx Gold Open Theater buyout movement. If you guys are not familiar with Gold House, they're an Asian collective. They've done this successfully with a lot of their movies, like Crazy Rich Asians, also was the Parasite, and made sure that their movies did not fail in the box office. And we are partnering up with them to create the hashtag Latinx Gold Open. We're buying out theaters across the country to make sure In the Heights is a success in the box office and make sure that the community comes out to support.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. I mean, it's gonna be great for Washington Heights. That's my home.
Yeah.
I won't be able to live there anymore because the rent's gonna keep going up now. But it's great. I think it's about time that we get our shine. Shout out to Lin-Manuel Miranda by going and having an entire Latin cast. My brother's an extra in the film. A lot of people that I know is in the film also. So shout out to them for highlighting the neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
I know sometimes I go crazy on Lin-Manuel, but because of this movie, we're gonna get put on the map. So
yeah,
it's a beautiful movie where no stereotypes. It's true stories. It's got heart to it, and I'm with you, man. It's gonna put us on the map, and I can't wait for the world to see it.
I think also with whether you are a musical fan or not, right? Like you have to respect the fact that he could have, because he's Puerto Rican, right? And I just loved, and as I'm watching it, I'm like, wow, he's really showing so much love to the Dominican culture. Like just straight up, like just writing and like from what I watched, I was like, wow, like he's really pushing us, you know what I mean? Like I thought that it was great because it is definitely showing us in a different light, and it's also showing that we're not this monolith of what people think that we are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously like Washington Heights is like, it's been the place for as long as I can remember for my Dominican community to get everything that we want from there. Like I'm from the Bronx and I live right across the bridge right there on 176. So I would walk to Washington Heights and get everything that I need from there. It is sad though, I would say, like to see like, some mom and pop, like the lady who will make the habichuela con dulce die, because you're like, oh, like yo, like when I would eat, like that's what we would get our habichuela con dulce, because it's like authentic shit, Mori soñando, like just authentic things from our community, from our culture. Like I really appreciate it so much.
It's dope. I haven't seen the play. Like
the play was better than Hamilton, by the way. People went crazy. The white people took Hamilton to the next level. They went crazy over it. But the actual play, I got to see it when it first came out. And Lin was playing, what's the name? Moose Navi. He was playing Moose Navi.
Which I love the name, by the way, because it's like U.S. Navy.
U.S. Navy, yeah.
So that show, and I don't really like musicals, is fantastic. I like that one better than Hamilton.
But you know what? It was the Heights who was able to open the doors for him to do Hamilton. So that's the crazy part. Like, when the Heights was in Broadway, it was a hit show. It was everybody was watching it.
My sister went to see it 4 times.
Yeah, so to see that, and then him go, you know what? I just felt like it's like a great power move, like because he was like, you know what? All right, this show, the Heights is doing great. How are we gonna get white people involved, or people with money involved? Like he does Hamilton, and then he brings out the Heights again and elevates it into a bigger standard, and like does a movie that's gonna be aired worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So like, just seeing him do that, like, because also for me, I don't know about y'all, but like growing up, it was always about assimilating. You're not enough. You're from the Bronx. We're Dominican. We're not ever gonna be in the big screen. They're never gonna tell our stories in the big screen. And to see this guy do it, I gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree.
For sure.
And it's not easy being, and especially in the modern day world that we're living in, where it's all perception. It's all, for the likes. It's all about this. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody can do a petition. Everybody can protest. It's in a different light of pushing through too. So at least for having that fight and that voice and continuing to have other voices elevate at the same time, I think is the important part out of all of it. Especially as Latinos, we're known for everybody, and most Latinos say it. Most of the time, we're the ones in our own way, because Puerto Ricans don't like Dominicans, Colombians don't like Argentinians, nobody likes Central, like Mexicans can't and it was always that like.
Were you gonna say nobody likes Central Americans? What were you gonna say? Because
no, Mexicans don't like nobody, and then Central Americans is just like a whole in
I
Central
love
America,
everybody.
even with it, like,
Yeah.
no, but
My
I
son
mean,
is
like,
Dominican, Cuban, and Puerto Rican, so take that.
but still, you grow up, even when you go back to your country, like, I remember growing up, going to Costa Rica and be like, oh, los nicaragüenses, siempre aquí. I'm like, but we're all Latinos. What's the point?
Right.
Like, I don't understand.
I think
But,
that's
you know,
more of
and
an
it's,
older way of
so,
thinking. This generation now is not like that. It's
but that's
completely
what I'm
different. I think
saying.
we're more
It's a
unified.
beautiful thing to finally start seeing all of that finally coming in a big voice and uniting.
That's true.
Sure.
For him to be like what Sasha's saying, like for him to be Puerto Rican and not really even be, not identified as Dominican, but to put Dominican culture and kind of show that this neighborhood. It's a dope concept.
He did it so beautiful. I was like, damn. I was like watching it. I'm like, damn. I want to go to Dominican Republic. Wait, I am from Dominican. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like I felt bad. Like I was watching. I'm like, yo, I felt bad for whoever's not, you know what I'm saying, or doesn't understand the culture, you know.
Yeah.
But it really, and that's like the power of media and the power of, you know, creating and the power of art. The fact that it's like, yeah, you know, this has been my reality my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that they were able to put this piece together really kind of highlighted the things that I love about me and my culture and the people that I know. You know what I'm saying? Like it really felt good.
I think we should just all support each other, right?
Yeah,
that's the first thing. And if you don't agree with the person that's representing you, don't bash them in public. Just do it in private.
There you go.
What? Just don't bash them in public. Do it.
You know, yes,
do it in private.
Don't bash them in public. Do it in private.
Directly. Hit them up directly and be like, I don't fuck with you, but yeah, and you know what I'm
but
saying?
If you ask me about it, I forgot what it was. Oh, we're doing June is the month for the Uptown Art Stroll, and Lynn is super involved with that. That's by the Northern Manhattan Art Alliance. They're the one that do it every month. So we're doing June 1st. We're doing an episode with them talking about the art stroll, and they were asking me about In the Heights, like in a private conversation. I said, I don't really blend with him. I don't really, but if we need to put it on the show, then we'll put it on the show. And when we do the episode, I'm gonna speak about it just like this.
We just feel like
for the culture, you know.
By the way, Rick, I love that you told us about this
differences.
private conversation in public.
What is the
Yo, what do you think about Lynn? Yeah, I don't really mess with him. I don't like his attitude.
We just have creative differences. That's it. I don't got anything personal. I don't got anything personal against him. But I'm glad he, instead of, because he could have did something else right after Hamilton.
I mean,
he could have went a different route. You know, he had a Disney backing, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna take. He did with Freestyle Love Supreme, which is also great.
That's so fucking.
He went back. He brought it back on Hulu. So I think that what he's doing is great.
Yeah, I think that what I think that anybody who, like, even you and everybody, like anybody who's doing stuff, they're gonna get critiques from everybody. Me, you, everybody. We're all gonna get critiques from. Well, oh, you should have done this that way or whatever. But if you set your intentions every day and you wake up and you're like, my intentions is to uplift my community. My intention is to give people the facts. My intention is to make people laugh. And you put that in the forefront of everything that you do. Those critiques that people have on you, they'll say it, they'll have it. But when they see your body of work, they're going to be like, you know what? I gotta respect it. Whether I
gotta give him his flowers.
I just gotta respect it, and that's it. And that's gonna be for all of us as creators. We're all gonna face that. You know what I mean? And I think it's just setting your intentions, and that's also, like you said, the beauty of, like, you know, being honest and also being like, yo, we gotta support one another, because at the end of the day, it's bigger than just us as an individual. It's what is it doing for my community? What is it doing for my children? What is it doing for the generations to come? You know,
exactly.
Right. Plus, I love when people just do dope shit. I don't know. I feel like when people, the idea to take that idea of like creating a musical around, you know, a neighborhood and like turning that shit into a full, like, I would never have thought my neighborhood, Washington Heights, that'd be perfect for a
musical. Like, you never think Washington Heights
even
musical.
To this day, I still kind of don't think that way, but I've listened. I'm gonna tell you this. I've never watched the musical, but I know like 3 of the songs by heart.
I did. It's great.
My sister has the soundtrack.
Well, get ready. June 11th, In the Heights is coming out. It is dope. I've seen a preview of it. It's amazing. It's really great. So get excited.
Anthony
Guys,
Ramos
seriously,
is playing the main role, so Anthony's great too. So
can't thank you guys enough for being on the show. Can you tell everybody where they can find you? We'll start with Jaylah. Go ahead, Jaylah.
Me, I just want to send my love. No, thanks guys for having us on. It's always a pleasure seeing your beautiful smiling faces and amazing energy that you guys have. So thanks for having us. And yeah, July. Shut up, Rick. Bro,
okay, now here we go.
Mute his mic. Nah, July 6th, For the Love of Jaylah is going to be premiering with my co-host Gigi Rivera. We're very, very excited for it. Yes, Sasha, we're gonna have to bring you on the show, girl.
Yo, we need you actually.
Yeah.
All right.
We have to set that up.
We might be talking about
Eric's gonna be like a forever crasher. I feel like between Rick, Eric, and Craze, I'll forever have a guy crashing the show.
Oh heck yeah! Oh heck yeah! All out of love. Craze, where can people find you?
At BX Craze on IG. The Rick H Show. That's where we're all every Tuesday 8 p.m. Rick will tell you. I'm also on June 6th. I'm doing with my homie Marino Castro. We're doing mental health awareness. We're doing the mental health episode for my other project that I work on with some folks from my neighborhood. Shout out to JP and those folks. The Sneaker Club Talk. We're doing mental health awareness with Marino Castro. He's a mental health counselor, and that's where I'm gonna be. That's the next event that I'm doing. But otherwise, you can catch me on the Rick H Show, making fun of Jaylah and Rick 8 p.m.
all the time.
And Rick.
So June 15th, we're gonna be back in the Monkey Room. We're gonna be shooting a live episode, and it's gonna be one of the final episodes we shoot with Jaylah because she's moving on to her show, which we're producing now.
She quit,
and they kicked me out.
We are currently looking for a co-host to take her seat. What you said, Jaylah?
She quit.
We didn't kick you out.
We're saying she quit. You were saying she quit.
Yo, Rick, listen. This is how I know I was getting ready to be pushed out. Because we didn't even make the announcement, and literally not even 5 minutes later, searching for a new co-host.
That's
that
not
you?
true.
I'm
She's
like,
lying.
damn.
We were talking about it for a month. For a month. Because the thing is, Jaylah's gonna be on at 7 Tuesdays at 7 starting July 6th, and season 9 of the Rick A Show premieres July 6th. So
8 p.m.
8 p.m. So I need a co-host for her seat at that time. She's mad.
She's mad because we developed an entire show for her, and we put in months of work finding her people and doing all this stuff. She's mad at us for that.
She's mad at us for that.
I'm excited.
I don't understand. So the Monkey Room, if you want,
Monkey Room, June 15th.
Link in the bio. Get your tickets. June 15th.
It's also Rick's birthday. We're gonna have a surprise for him for his birthday as well.
No surprises. I don't do good with surprises.
Is it a surprise when you say a surprise?
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
It does not sound good if it is coming from Craze.
Yeah, so everybody go check out the Rick H Show. It's Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on YouTube. It's always a fun show. They always have fun guests. That's it for me and Sasha this week.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, go check it out. That's it for me and Sasha. You can catch us here every Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. New episode of Brownish. And also, it's not fully confirmed yet, but Brownish is coming back to the Laugh Factory in June, so keep an eye out.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to be around.
So when I finally go to LA, I'm gonna go catch a Brownish night.
I'll be in LA the last week of July, so
apparently, according to Sasha, I need to be ready with some
you got
spray.
For the homeless, for the one-eyed cat, the raccoon.
Be ready.
Thank you guys so much.
And bring your own sandwiches because they ain't got no convenience.
Yes.
They got inconvenience right here. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all next week.
Bye.